When I tell you WB is it, WB Discovery, you got to be the most idiotic company I've ever seen. Okay. Hey, you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about WB and the potential Man of Steel 2 sequel that we were going to get, but instead we got whatever the fuck James Gunn give us. Jesus Christ, WB. You guys gotta be the most dumbest company ever. You idiots. Imbeciles. Jesus Christ. Okay. So, because this Man of Steel 2 movie sounds way better than whatever the fuck we get with James Gunn. I mean, like, Lord have mercy. Why? Why? Damn. Shit. Okay, anyway. Christopher McQuarie has broken his silence on the scrap Man of Steel 2 project that he was supposed to be, writing with, that was going to be the sequel after Henry Cavill's return after Black Adam. What we did find out is Green Lantern was also going to show up as well. So that would have been cool. It would have been the DCEU's theatrical debut of, I guess, Green Lantern, which would have led into the Green Lantern solo movie that we never got because reasons, right? But no, we got a Lantern show that's probably not even going to have that much to do with lanterns. It's probably going to be like that Green Lantern's Earth 1 book, I believe, where there's barely any Green Lantern thing kind of going on there. Something like that, I think, is probably what's going to happen. So while promoting Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, revealed how the film would have opened to share new insight to his planned Superman movie that never happened. So he spoke recently. He said the pitch was that it was good, but WB didn't want it. The first 5 minutes of the Superman movie was, you remember Pixar's Up. It was a sequence with no dialogue that covered that character. Exactly what made Superman tick, exactly what made Superman, what Superman was afraid of, and why Superman made the choices that he made. Henry had a take on that, and I suddenly realized how these two characters had amazing similarities, which also allow for amazing conflict and amazing universe-expanding resolution. He also revealed a few details about his version of Green Lantern and how it would have focused on the limitations of the character's powers. Like, come on, this man was given gold. Clearly, he's talking passionate about it, and he's clearly telling you, like, hey, I had a good plan for Superman and Green Lantern, and the studio turned it down because they wanted to go in a more silly direction. No, that's what fucked up the DCEU. Like, everybody wants to be like, oh, Zack Snyder. No, Zack Snyder didn't fuck up the DCEU. People don't show up to movies people literally still showed up to the DCEU movies after Batman vs. Superman. People showed up to Suicide Squad, and they showed up to Wonder Woman. Funny how that works, right? I keep trying to tell people, DC doesn't do well with that comedy, lighthearted bullshit. They don't. You can get mad at a rock, but I'm just letting y'all know, DC has never been good at the lighthearted nature of things, because, again, think about what happened. We literally had the kibosh on Superman movies and Batman movies because Superman Returns tried to go to that Christopher Reeves kind of nature. People didn't respond well to it. And then we had Batman and Robin with Batman because Batman was too dark, parents claim, right? That's what WB was saying, right? And then guess what? Then the movie didn't do well. I mean, it did well, but the critics and some of the fans didn't really respond to it, which put the movie, put Batman and Superman movies on hold for years until we got Man of Steel and Batman Begins. So again, it's funny how, once again, everybody keeps talking about, oh, we need this lighthearted Superman, hopeful Superman, and all that bullshit. But I'm telling you, yes, you can get all of that, but why you can't have it serious? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want a Saturday morning cartoon on the big screen. I want an actual serious story. I want an actual serious story in the movie theaters. Like, there's a time and place for certain things. And I feel like if we're going to tell a Superman story, I don't want a silly Saturday morning cartoon Superman movie on the big screen. I want a serious Superman story, because there are amazing Superman stories that a lot of y'all have not read that I would love to see on the big screen. But the problem is, y'all don't like it. Y'all wouldn't, a lot of y'all who claim that y'all hate Man of Steel wouldn't accept it, because y'all be like, Superman would never. What? Superman would, because here's a book that's literally showing you he would. Like, the fact that a lot of y'all keep trying to say that is baffling. Or talking about Superman would have found it a way, he would never kill some. Superman doesn't have that no-kill rule. He kills when he has to, just like Wonder Woman. Batman is the one that actually has no-kill rule, but you know, we've had that rule been broken in movies and shows for a long time, and it's kind of funny when Zach kind of show it to people and be like, hey, what Batman is doing is wrong. Y'all are like, Batman would never do anything like this. What are we talking about? Yes. But again, this is a Man of Steel. I'm sorry. Warner Brothers approached McQuarie after Cavill's return in Black Adam. However, those plans were changed after James Gunn was hired to run DC Studios with Peter Safran. Gunn later went on to write and direct his own Superman movie. Yay, with Shelf His. He said reflecting on his Man of Steel 2 scrap movie, he said it would have been epic. The scale of the movie would have been extraordinary. And he was like, basically the studio approached him, but before with the James Gunn thing, they wanted him to be a little bit more silly with the movie, and he said, no, I don't want to do silly. But that was the same thing with David Ayer in the Suicide Squad movie too. Like, that's what I'm saying. They want this silly, family-friendly thing with the movies, and it just doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, there's a video of a baby watching Man of Steel, watching Henry Cavill Superman, and he was super excited. You know what I'm saying? That little baby was jumping for joy watching Henry Cavill Superman. And yeah, a lot of y'all will still be like, Henry Cavill Superman never gave any hope or joy to anybody. Yet there's a video of a baby jumping for joy and happy to see Henry Cavill Superman. Funny how that works, right? Funny how that works. You know, a lot don't care who tell it, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, once again, it just shows the dumbfoolery at WB Studios. Because look at this. Like, you had an opportunity to do something. Because I'm telling you, if y'all had, after Black Adam, if y'all had went ahead and did Man of Steel 2, like if you filmed it and that movie was coming out right now, that movie would have made $1 billion. It would have made $1 billion because you would have had the hype of Henry Cavill and the fact that people been finally begging for Henry Cavill Superman to return. You finally got him to return, and you're doing a movie with him. Whether the movie was good or not, people would have went to go see it. I'm telling you. And it would have broke $1 billion because people would have been happy to see Henry Cavill Superman. You get what I'm saying? It's the same thing as like Michael Bay's Transformers movies. Y'all can get mad at a rock. You can say, well, I prefer the Generation 1 and I prefer what Bumblebee. Well, guess what? That shit didn't work. It didn't work. Sorry to tell you that. What the formula that Michael Bay had for the first 3 Transformers movies, it worked. And the moment he got to the 4th movie and the 5th one and tried to do some soft reboot and try to get away from the things that people loved about those Transformers movies, is the moment that people said, fuck this shit. You get what I'm saying? So clearly the audience was there. The audience was ready. The audience wanted it, but the studio thought they knew best. And it's kind of funny. Y'all keep hearing what people say. Like, I'm sorry. You can get y'all can tell me all day that Snyder ruined DC or whatever, but using business mind, I can't see that. The reason why I can't see that is because his movies were profitable. His movies made back the budget. You get what I'm saying? You have to look at this business-wise. You can't sit up here and say almost $700 million for Man of Steel is a failure at the box office. That's not a failure. You can't say almost $900 million at the box office is a failure. You can't say that. You can't say almost $800 million for Wonder Woman and Suicide Squad a failure. Even Josh Whedon's Justice League, that movie was garbage. But guess what? Almost $700 million worldwide. Still a success. You get what I'm saying? And y'all the ones who refilmed that movie from what Snyder had for his version of the movie. You get what I mean? And then Aquaman, $1.2 billion. I'm sorry. All of that stuff that Zach worked on are profitable. You know what I mean? And I know some people gonna be like, yeah, but this and that. It ain't no but this and that. If you're gonna look at this business mind, you have to look at it in a business mindful sense. Those first 6 movies, was it 6 or 7? It doesn't matter, whatever. First 6 or 7 movies of the DCEU were successful. They made more money than the MCU's movies when they first started. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's without, and that's when they were behind. You get what I mean? So, people were hype about Superman and Black Adam. You should have took that momentum and ran with it. Did you know how many videos your stock really increased when you announced it? And then you say, hell no to that? And let James Gunn tell everybody like, hey, all those other DCEU movies, we don't care. We're doing a soft reboot. No, Henry Cavill will not be back as Superman. Fuck that shit. We're doing something different. And we hope that you guys will continue to support us. What? Is you stupid on stupid? Like, we could have had an epic Man of Steel movie, but instead y'all wanted this children happy-go-lucky Saturday morning cartoon shit, and it's not going to work. The audience isn't there for that. That's why Superman and Lois did so well, because they took the nature of Superman and they gave it with the Man of Steel twist, and it worked, and people loved Superman and Lois. I just don't get what the hell y'all was thinking. It's just sad to see this destruction of Superman when y'all had gold right there. Like, damn, it don't make no damn sense. And you hope to God that this new Superman movie might do well. I mean, he looks terrible in that baggy ass suit. Don't look like he even put no muscles on, and have an emotional outburst with Lois. And he's getting beat up in every scene we see. But he's supposed to be Superman. Oh, okay. Right. Okay, great. Sure. God, way to fumble the bag, Warner Brothers. You deserve your failure. So those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comments section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.